G'day guys, James and Ant here for Custom Bet of the Week. Jim, the new release, the Conqueror.
Yeah, the Conqueror. I mean, it's one of those things that's been talked about quite a bit recently. I mean, anything we've put up on social media has been really well received, and I think it's one of those bets that's quite, it's good fun to make. We all enjoy it.
So, in saying that it's the Custom Bet of the Week, it's not really, because we're making these as stock items.
Yeah, it's a little bit different in the sense that we are making them for stock. We're trying to get items that we can at least keep, because a lot of people just don't have the time to wait for a custom bet, so we at least have options. So this is a perfect bet for that.
So, we knew that our mega profile was popular. Now we needed to kind of keep that weight down because it's really easy for those to fluctuate above 213.
Yeah.
So how did we achieve a slightly lighter setup in between 210 to 212 for these Conquerors?
Well, what you've got here is the actual shape. It's got a slight curve to the face.
Mm-hmm.
So for a start, you do get, we've actually taken a little bit of weight out of the front before we've pressed it. Then just the way it's shaped and the way it's sort of set up, we've just managed to get a little bit more out through the shoulders here. The edge is still substantial, but not quite as big as the standard mega.
Measuring these, guys, I've measured all of them, and they're all in between 36 to about 38 millimeters.
Yep.
So they're all about the maximum legal size.
Yep. So it's you literally, they'll all go through the gauge,
but they're massive.
But they actually look really good. They've got a good imposing presence, and we take a little bit more out through here. So that the mega actually does tend to have the spine going right through, and then it dips at the bottom. But this actually, we do duck roll this out a bit more, so that you do get a bit more weight out, and it feels a little bit nicer in the balance. So that's where you get that little extra couple of ounces out.
How do we get our costs down so we could pass that on to the customer with these bets?
Well, effectively with these, we're pushing them through as stock items. So what we're doing here is making 10 or 20 at a time. So we'll set up a run so the bet makers are all making the same sort of thing. When you're doing that, you actually make bets quite a bit faster. And so you're not just working on one individual bet. So it does change the way you're thinking, because when we're doing a custom bet, I might be working, or Toby might be working on one that's say a mid to high mega. The next one might be a special profile that's extremely light, and so very different bets to make. And so you're not just running the same shape, and you just, your mindset is nowhere near as fast, and you're just changing all the time. So
fantastic.
When you're making the same shape all the time,
we're able to hand make a lot more of these with a lower labour cost. So we pass that saving on to the customer.
And it's a slightly lower grade of timber than our standard private bin reserve and all that. So it's still that sort of grade 1 performance.
The grade 1 performance.
Still,
so it's selected on performance, not grain structure.
Yeah.
If you need the clean grain structures, you want to go private bin reserve.
That's exactly right.
If you're looking to save money, you like the big profile, you don't need a custom bat, these are perfect. Some dip below £2.10, go down to 2.9, but as a rule in between 2.10 and 2.12. For $2.69 US for shipping to North America, Malaysia and Singapore, $3.15 Australian, including shipping, and $2.99 inside New Zealand. So really, really good bang for the buck.
Good value bet.
So drop us an email if you need yourself a Conqueror.